All right. So while you guys are deciding what to do with poor Korgoth's loot, although is that your actual first reaction? Like he gets crushed, and you guys like made a yelping sound and everything. But what do you guys actually do in the moment?
I literally go, Korgoth's dead.
Yeah, I think that was something that we kind of expected to happen at a certain point.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's not really much emotion there. It's kind of like, well, fuck.
Yeah, I think just death in general in this world is pretty ubiquitous. So it seems like,
Right.
Not too shocking.
Right. I mean, also it's important to remember too that like Korgoth now is going to the Shimmering Fields.
Sure.
So long as he didn't commit suicide, which is the only form of death that is frowned upon by from Verhu.
Dude, what do we consider his death then?
Accidental.
Okay.
I don't know.
But he was
Maybe
still-
intentional. Hard to say.
A thing of beauty.
the Valley of the Unfortunate Dead in general, the people venture here to find a way to die that isn't. It's like suicide by valley instead of suicide by cop. You know what I mean? Same kind of thing. So yeah. Okay. Korgoth is gone.
Unceremoniously, let's move on.
Yeah.
Like, do I need that vest?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's underneath the statue is the thing.
I'm good. It's too much.
But I will say that the commotion from the statue falling has startled somebody awake who was passed out from pain. So while John had gone to the back of the other room and looked, at the end of this room and found that table with the leather straps and the blood-stained table, what he did not notice is on the other side of the room where I was originally going to have Korgoth go, but he did not. There was another table that's identical, but with a man who is unconscious on it. So in this case, the noise has now woken this person up, and they are strapped to a table, and they are now yelling out to you. Harland, what does this person sound like?
Well, he's probably not yelling. Just by his character. You hear what is going on? Who is there? Hello?
What the fuck is that?
I'm asking the questions. What?
Talon, we have a situation over here. I think we've got a live one.
Is this one of our... hold on.
You're all so loud.
Boys, what's your name?
My name is Haldor.
Hey,
Haldor the Apostate.
we found Haldor.
Wait, do I
feel like this is
Korgoth found Haldor.
Yeah,
Do you know me? Who are you?
Oi, Haldor.
Yeah.
It's Talon and Skid. Sid.
Skin?
Skin.
And my boy Skin.
Oh,
Sid.
Sid, yes. Talon. Hello. Oh!
Are you guys moving towards the
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yes,
the
yes, yes,
back
yes,
side of the
of
room?
course,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Let me get these straps off you.
Yeah, I think, thank you. Howler, like, sort of sits up with his legs dangling off the table. And should I describe him now?
Yes, but keep in mind, the first thing everyone's going to notice is that you're not wearing any clothes right now.
A giant dong.
Yeah, well, I think that's uncovered as well. So yes, we can.
I guess that's canon. Haldor's got a big old dick.
I guess that's canon. He's got a big old cannon. But what you notice is that from his thighs, his ankles, his biceps, his forearms, he's missing slices of skin, like they've been peeled off of his body. So you're like in kind of like this weird agony right now.
Well, hold on. Let me check my bag. We might have something that'll match that. Does this dried piece look like it goes somewhere?
Fuck, I don't know. Does it, Kyle?
Well, even if it did, it'd be so shrunken and shriveled that you wouldn't know. But anyways,
Hard to say.
Please continue describing your guy. I just want you to keep that in mind, that you are missing pieces of your...
Right, yeah. Okay, well, I mean, in the character description that Mork gave me, my hands are also caked in sores. That's just normal for me.
Okay. Gnarly.
I also obsessively collect small, sharp stones.
Where are you
Maybe
keeping
it
those
was
guys?
feed for Korgoth.
Little snacks for him. But the character description that I got is hunted by the two-headed basilisk of the one true faith. You can be found raving in ruins, traipsing endlessly down dusty roads and desecrating cathedrals by night. I also, somewhere in this room, have a sacred shepherd's crook. Shepherd's crook, and normally I wear kind of like a conservative garb that's pretty put together, I think, and all black. And normally I do have some kind of mask, like Eyes Wide Shut kind of mask situation. Can I say that's the only thing they left on me?
Is your mask?
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's where I'm at.
You're looking real fancy.
What is this place? Where have you come from?
Well, you're kind of in a hole. I would say.
Honestly,
A hellhole.
Yeah, a hellhole. Really, it's.
I do like traipsing in these places.
Yeah, I
we
have seen you traipse.
I'm a big traipser.
Big Trapes fan.
We're not in a good situation, and we just lost a big time idiot friend of ours. But
Yeah,
Big dumb
Korgoth.
Korgoth.
yeah,
I
but
liked him very much.
we're trying to find everybody else here, and this is where
Except for, damn, I'm losing my voice.
Spiegel.
Except for Spiegel.
We don't like Spiegel too much, but
Spiegel,
what I gotta
yes.
say is that we should probably get you clothed.
Oh,
Yeah.
Or not.
yes.
Just taking notice if you're
Didn't
loose cannon.
notice.
There's a vest over there.
Oh, Korgoth got some clothing finally.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. So what the other thing that I was going to tell you, Korgoth, from your 17 presence check that you didn't want to take
Ignored.
advantage of, was that there are chests also in the room that some are flown open and empty, but some are closed.
Mystery chests.
Potentially,
Or maybe my clothes.
or potentially
Haldor's clothes.
your character's items. Who knows?
All right. Let's look for some shit here. Let's try
Yeah.
and find you something to cover up.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I think I jump off the table, do a little stretch.
You are
he's
flayed,
not-
sir.
He's not ashamed of his body, by the way. Oh, he doesn't give a shit. He plays with sharp objects all the time. Sure, it's bound to happen.
It's gonna happen.
But yeah, I think that I just start rummaging through, like, oh, maybe it's in here. Maybe
Just
my clothes.
ass out.
Yeah.
Dick swinging.
100%. He's a nudist in another life.
Got it.
Or maybe a naturist.
Sure. How many items do you have on your sheet,
So I've
including
got
scrolls?
water skin femur, splint armor, which is another minus D6.
Weird, because you can't cast. You can't use power as in splint armor.
Oh, well, that's what it gave me.
That's so weird.
Sackcloth bag and 6 small sharp stones. Backpack. I have a bomb, sealed
Oh, I
bottle.
thought you said bomb.
I know. Me too.
No.
I packed a bong.
Yeah. Don't worry, guys. Let's shack a bowl.
I have lard and 102 silver, and my shepherd's crook.
You rich.
And sorry, what's your class again?
Oh, I'm a heretical priest.
Cool. What's your class? Sid.
Esoteric
Hermit. Got it. Okay.
I was gonna make you roll to see how many of the items you could, and then pick some items, but I think nothing there is too crazy. What are your powers? What scrolls do you have?
It doesn't say I have any scrolls right now.
Then you're good with the armor. Then.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So yeah,
I have
that's
5 HP.
That's what's in there. So you take some time to like don this shit.
Yeah,
or,
just like put my clothes back on. I assume all my stuff is probably just in the backpack that I have.
Sure.
Like I have a little satchel.
Sure.
Just put that on without putting any clothes on.
Oh, I should, yes, put the clothes on first.
Oh, there is a vest.
You really want me
I
to
think-
get me in this vest?
I just like the sight of the. Never mind. I'm gonna go try to pry the emerald eyes out of the statue.
Sure.
I use my hammer.
You gotta get the little coffin hammer over there and get the eyes out.
Yeah.
Great. So give me a. Actually, yeah. Give me a. It's gonna be pretty easy, but give me a agility, like for finesse, basically.
7.
Yeah. So
17.
are
Pop
you?
those fuckers out.
So you just like. Tkunk,
Yeah.
And like get the hammer in there, almost like a crowbar, I guess.
Kinda. Yeah.
You could
whatever.
have
It
borrowed
doesn't-
my crowbar.
Doesn't need to be too. I've got a hammer. It doesn't need to be too graceful.
Sure. I know you're going for both of them, or are you just going for one, or what are you doing?
I'm going for both.
Great. So they pop out pretty easy. And the stones are like baseball size, but they come to like points on the back. You know what I mean? They like were fitted into like the slot of the socket. That you can tell. I mean, these are emeralds, but they are like got to be worth a fucking fortune.
Yeah.
But you're feeling like this like warmth going through your hands as you're holding them. And you're not really sure what that's about. Give me a presence check really quick.
17 again.
Also, you pulled these out and like homie's face, like Korgoth's face is just like
Totally
face to face of this thing. So you're like prying these out.
I'm like pulling them out of Korgoth's face.
Basically.
Yeah.
He's basically making out with a statue that's just once again gaunt and smiling.
I see that he went out the way he lived.
Yes.
Quick.
Yes, quick. Yes.
What was your presence roll? I'm sorry.
17.
Okay. As you're holding the gemstones, you start to feel them kind of hum more, and the statue beneath you begins to animate. You start hearing like the cracking of like stone.
Son of a bitch.
I really quickly shove the emeralds back. No.
So it's standing up. It's like pushing off, and it's like I got this like blood over the front of it now from Korgoth's body as it exploded onto him.
And he's like crushing Korgoth further into the ground as he pushes himself up.
Like Korgoth is like basically flattened. Like all his ribs are like totally smashed. So like this body cavity is like flattened
Tight.
by this thing. This thing's getting up, and it is 8 feet tall. Are you actually trying to put the stones back in? Like hilariously?
I kind of want.
Okay.
Like I think it's less of me being like, if I put this back in, it will stop, and more of me like, if I attack with these things, something will happen. I'll either damage it or maybe it will stop. But yeah, I think I kind of like my knee-jerk reaction is to like I feel like I'm holding it kind of and take the point and try to shove it back into its eye.
Roll agility, and I'm gonna oppose you.
Okay.
What'd you get?
17.
Nice. I got a 16.
Wow.
So I'm gonna say you get one of the, like he's like swiping at you, but like you're able to get one of the eyes in,
Okay.
which will be important.
Okay.
So like, but he's like mid standing up. So you shove one of them back in, and
Like maybe I go to shove the other one and he bats it out of my hand.
Yeah, he blocks you
and
out.
it's across the room or something.
Yeah, now it's across the room, and he's up now.
Yeah.
And he's 8 feet tall, and we're rolling for initiative, baby.
Cool.
And
I
he's going
just
first.
woke up.
He's going first.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, yeah. I fucking knew this was gonna happen.
Okay. He will pick up the scimitar off the ground.
Oh, Korgoth's?
Yeah. Also, do you guys roll your own initiatives?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you just tell me what it was before we decide if you guys want
15.
to keep it or not?
19.
8.
Do you guys want to stay in those orders?
Yeah, that's fine. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think it makes the
Stars.
most sense.
Okay. All right. This dude, just like this, like hulking fucking thing, as he's standing up, picks up Korgoth's scimitar, and immediately swings on you.
So let me just get understand what we're dealing with. A giant 8 foot tall skeleton man with one emerald eye and a scimitar.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, with that exposed rib cage. Oh, now that he's standing up. Tyler, give me a presence check.
Okay.
Actually, you too, John.
Yeah, I'm
I
still
imagine
putting
you're
on-
kind of behind him.
I'm putting like my booties
yeah.
on still.
13.
4. I think I'm distracted.
Okay, you see that in the rib cage, there's actually like a leather tube that's actually hung and dangling amongst his, like where his organs would be inside his rib cage. That's dangling inside. Okay, he's gonna swing on you, baby.
Cool.
So he raises like almost like mechanically, like just like really rigid movements.
Right.
Raises the scimitar and swings down on you.
Yeah.
Please roll an agility check. Agility test, I should say.
Okay. And just noting again that I have different armor on. It's tier 2.
Yes, so you have to beat a DR 14.
Ooh. It was agility?
Yep.
11.
Yep, he hits you. clear and center. What's the stats on the
Okay.
scimitar, Harland? What was it?
Right.
Oh, you're gonna get some
Why
sepsis.
is it brown?
maybe.
Brown scimitar. Spooky
Yeah,
boy.
yeah. DR 10, D6 damage.
D6 damage.
Yeah, 1 in 6 chance a wounded enemy is smitten with potent sepsis, dying in 10 minutes.
Okay. I have hit you for 5 damage. Roll to reduce your
What do I roll?
D4.
Okay. 1.
Okay, you take 4 damage, and now we're going to see if you're poisoned or not. So it'll be a 1 on a D6. I'm going to have you roll it. Roll a D6.
A 6.
Okay, you are not going to die in 10 minutes.
Oh boy.
Well,
Maybe.
unfortunately, I'm at -1.
You are dead on the fucking spot. This statue just raises Korgoth's sword and just fucking brings it down on your head and slices right through, kind of revealing your insides a little bit.
What's is happening up there? What's
Talon's
going on?
dead.
Oh no!
It's your guys' turn now, so you guys are up.
Okay, so I'm behind him. So I'm going to pull out the wrong character sheet. I'm going to pull out the bomb that I have and throw it.
Sure.
D10 damage. Is ranged?
Yeah,
so
presence.
Okay, I have a -1 presence with this guy too. 4.
Wait, you roll to attack?
Oh, I'm sorry. What do I roll? Hang on. Did I do the wrong thing?
A D20 plus agility.
Oh, plus agility.
Sorry, presence. D20 plus
Yeah, it was
presence.
4, whatever I said.
I'm sorry. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
4.
yeah, you miss, but it's a bomb. Does it say what the radius is?
No, it just says sealed bottle, D10 damage.
Okay, it's going to do a D4 damage now, just splash
whatever?
damage. Yeah, because everyone's. How far are you from this fucking statue?
I'm where I freed him. So
Yeah, we're
like
still
right
close
next to each other.
together.
Okay, cool. So yeah, just roll that damage to him.
3.
Cool. Yeah, so it hits him. He's like, you see him like react, and then he's slowly turning towards you. It's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna level the crossbow at him.
Cool.
And try and loose that little baggie inside of him.
Cool. Cool.
That's what I'm shooting for. It's a 15.
Okay, yeah, you hit him. So you're aiming like basically for the inside.
Yeah.
Okay, now give me an agility test, just like for like a finesse, kind of like what your aim was, basically.
Oh, fucking 2.
2. Okay, so you don't hit the thing, but you do hit him. So roll damage,
Okay.
and I'll reduce damage that I'm taking because he's made of stone. Okay,
4.
cool. He takes 1 damage from your crossbow shot. You have 4 crossbow bolts left.
Okay.
What does he do now?
What does he do?
Yeah, it's his turn,
Yeah,
isn't
baby, I know. He's gonna walk towards you. I think he's like 15 feet away though. So you guys are both did ranged attacks to him. He's still in the middle of the room where he crushed your dude and then one shot Tyler. So he's walking over to you guys, and I think he's gonna just like kind of haphazardly chuck the sword at you guys. I'm gonna roll just a d6 to see who he hits. 1 to 3 is gonna be Jon. 4 to 6 is gonna be Harland. So it's gonna be at Jon's character. Jon, roll to defend from a ranged improvised attack.
Okay, what is this plus?
That is your agility.
Okay. So that's 17.
Yeah, you dodge it. So he throws the scimitar at you, and you're able to just fucking duck it.
Cool.
Or whatever you want to do, flavor wise. But that's what happens.
You want to do like a 6 slide or anything like that?
I think I'm going to hit it with my hook.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, cool.
So it goes ping!
Hell yeah. Okay, cool. And now it is your guys' turn again as he's approaching. He didn't get all the way to you.
Can
He's
I-
slow moving.
Yeah, can I use this opportunity to do another presence check on the room to see if there's any, any way I can like trap him or crush it, or if there's any other things
Yeah.
that I could maybe use in this room? Because I feel like my shepherd's crook isn't going to do very much.
Like a stone man.
Yeah. Or a presence check on him to see what like.
Why don't you use the crook to try to like wrap his ankle and trip him?
Yeah, I still want to do a presence check just to see if I can get some insight into like this thing.
Sure.
Or this
Yeah,
space.
go for it. Okay. Absolutely.
13.
Sure. So you're looking around the room, and it's once again it's just the empty cages. It's the salt beds, the two torture tables. That's what I call them on my notes, but that's not what they actually are. They are where you were. You were being skinned alive on those tables, and you see the pulley system is broken. And you're not really getting the sense that there's much else in the room that you can use, short of like collapsing the roof or something.
Right, okay.
That would bring this thing down, other than the gem that was shot across the room that Tyler was unable to shove back in his face.
Okay. I am going to then, actually what I'm going to try and do is go for the leather bits inside of his chest
Sure.
with the hook.
Sure.
And try and yank it out.
Sure. That sounds great.
Cool.
Go for it. Give me it's
Agility?
I guess it would be agility because you're like aiming. Let's do it like
I
that.
like that because I got a +3
Sure,
to that.
Sure. It's probably strength, but I don't care.
19.
Okay.
Hey.
So you grab this tube out.
Yeah.
And then what do you do with the tube?
I don't know what it is. It just seems like a weird detail to point out. And my guy is smarter than Korgoth, so
Yeah.
what is it when I get it in my hand?
So it's like literally like it's like a scroll tube almost, like as if you could put like a document in there and keep it safe. Mm-hmm. And it has like a lid that you can take off the side.
Okay, I probably don't have time to do that in this moment.
You could probably take the lid off, but not act with it.
I want to keep it secure.
Okay.
Can I move?
Yes.
Okay, can I dive under one of the tables?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
I do that.
So you're trying to like hide or defend.
Yeah.
Great.
Any kind of cover.
Leaving John just open for attack.
I did what I did, my man. I did what I did.
So you kind of ran up and grabbed the thing
Well,
and then dove under a table,
Yeah.
basically.
Good luck. I have 2 omens too. So can I use those if something bad happens to him?
You can use the one that allows him to. Yes, there's a.
So
thing
that's
you can
if
do.
something crazy happens, I'll do that.
Okay.
Hey, really quick, could I have used an omen?
Yeah, I guess you could have.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, I think more than anything, that's just a good example of how important an omen could have been. If I remembered
Yeah.
to use it, I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
still be alive.
Yeah.
Can I roll a presence check to better understand what the fuck that emerald does?
Yeah. Well, yes. It should be a pretty low check.
Okay, that's a 16 plus 2.
So what you're gathering is when both emeralds were in place, it was held. It was no longer moving. Once they were out, once both were removed, he was moving. Putting one in did not stop him, but potentially adding the other one in would stop him.
Okay. Where in the room is the emerald to where I am?
Pretty much exactly diagonally across from the room that you're like, because in my mind, the statue was still facing the front door you came in, and when Tyler removed it, like it stood up, and then he went to go put it in. The other one got knocked back towards the door that you guys came in from.
Right.
You're all the way in the back of the room.
So
where
it's
you
like
walk
a
Harland
beeline through the statue, I assume.
Yeah, you could start around him though, but
yeah.
Yeah, I think my plan would be to run and grab it.
Okay. So
yeah.
it'll probably take you. You probably get there next turn, not this turn. You could just start getting there now, probably.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so you start moving that direction.
Yeah.
It is this guy's turn. This weirdly smiling, gaunt guy, John. He's gonna try to grab you as you pass. It's gonna be at a reduced, or an increased DR. So roll. Sorry, harder for him to hit, easier for you. Beat a DR 10 agility.
It's a 17.
Yeah, you successfully pass by him without getting grabbed by his stony fist. Harland, it's your turn.
Okay, now I want to open this thing up, take whatever is inside of it out, and look at it.
Yeah, so what's inside is actually this powdery, sugary dust.
Can I do presence to see what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's salt, I assume. It's 13.
That's fine. It smells really sweet, and it's almost like it gives you like a sense of like nostalgia just smelling it.
My tongue?
You can.
Okay, I do that.
The second it touches your tongue,
I die.
The room becomes very bright to you
Ooh.
as everyone who has perished in this room comes back to life for a short period of time.
Whoa, what the fuck?
So everyone is
We got a ghost army?
Yeah, you have a miniature
Well,
ghost army in
I'm
this room.
a ghost militia?
So you see an assortment of men and women that are missing skin and limbs just get up off the floor, like that are just like all this like white, bright, glowing energy. In addition to that, you see both Korgoth and Talon also rising from where they were in the room, and you get the sense that you can communicate with them.
Friends of the deep, of the dark, and of all things terrible, help us in our moments of need.
And what do you say?
Korgoth is just like,
Oh yeah, come back from the dead, motherfucker!
You just raised essentially an undead army. Tyler, it is your turn. What do you do?
Oh fuck, dude! This is so sick. This is so right up Haldor's shit. Being a heretical priest.
Because in the middle of a fight, he decided to sample the goods.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a fiend.
and a taste for daddy?
When that happens, he pours out a little on his hand and
Yeah.
Can I try to eat one of those pieces of skin?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're corporeal, like their bodies.
You haven't tried to interact with them yet.
Oh,
And in fact, John can't even see them.
Yeah.
oh, got it. Okay.
Just because you're on the hallucinogens.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you said what you said, I responded just saying,
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm in a place where, like, I don't have much authority over myself.
I would act as if you are still of this world and still living with the same agency. Can you roll a presence check for me?
Yeah. Oh, natural 20.
Nice. I also wasn't expecting you guys to get this until after this fight with this monster, by the way.
Oh, nice.
So this is happening all at once. Tyler, you are able to. Talon is able to recall his memories to like the minute of which he died. It's as if he blinked and now he's in this other shape or other form. Like your hand, everything's glowing white. You feel heavy. You don't feel weightless. And you're in the zone, baby.
Okay, I don't think I'm gonna do what I said I'm gonna do. I'm gonna I think with that realization and with that kind of wherewithal, I look around the room and I see that Sid is going for the jewel, and I feel like I know that is what needs to happen. So I think I'll spend this turn turning into a bone-skulled raven.
Sure.
Hell yeah, baby!
So
Get it.
you hear agonizing pain. Here's a little like flavor into just the cursed skinwalker in general. You should have stayed dead, but something grabbed a hold of your soul, and it seeped into the river of death. It sealed you once again in mortal flesh. Only this time, the cage is not yours alone. In the currents of the afterlife, your soul mingled with that of another dying creature, leaving you halved. Now you live a shared existence, locked in everlasting struggle between man and monster.
Wowzer.
Yeah, and it also says, shifting your bones as such occupies a single painful round, but does nothing to soothe your wounds. So you see, like, the scars riddled across my body start to, like, pop open as, like, black swan feather style, like, feather tips start to, like, sprout out of those scars and stuff. And yeah, I'm doing this. I'm shifting my bones.
This is what I'm doing right now. I'm doing it.
I love this too because we've got what's your character's name right now, Harland?
Haldor.
Haldor is
the
underneath,
apostate.
underneath this fucking salt bed, like like putting a little fucking salt on his gums, like some sweet salt on his gums, and then like his eyes dilate like fucking crazy, and now he's seeing all these fucking like like people in the room glowing, and Sid is just making a mad dash for this fucking gym.
Am I the only one that's fucking working over here?
Like, this is a very grim feeling situation for you. You
Yeah.
have no idea that
Yeah.
you're actually being supported by not only Talon, but Korgoth is also present here.
All right.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Tyler? Sorry.
No, that's it. Yep.
Yep.
Wait, does Harland now have to play 2 characters?
For the time being.
That's
Cool.
fine.
Yeah.
My work, it takes place in the darkest spots in this world. I am doing more work than it seems.
And then his point of view, he sees like 2 ghostly legs snap backwards as they are
yes.
turning into raven legs.
Yes, Sprout, my beautiful winged creature.
Korgoth's body on the ground is like reinflating too. Like,
Oh shit!
and so he's rising from behind the statue,
yeah.
which is still, just trying to grab at Jon's character. So, does Korgoth do anything on this turn?
I think Korra just jumps on the back of this thing and tries to he straight up puts him in like a half Nelson. Sleep, yeah, brother, yeah.
Give me actually a strength roll on that.
It's a 4.
Well, I rolled a natural 1 on resistance.
Are you kidding me?
So here's the thing. Korgoth breaks the celestial wall, or like this wall of with this material wall, and the statue is present. Like, you can feel
Something?
him being held strongly in place by this. He's feeling this force on him. He doesn't know what's going on. He has very low intelligence.
Yeah, I
Can't understand.
He's made of rock.
made of rock.
I imagine it's kind of like a bucking bronco situation for Korgoth,
Yeah.
just like,
And I feel like you are just constantly trying to eat him.
oh yeah,
Just eating the rock.
mouth on its head.
9. Oh my god.
Let me get a taste, brother. Yeah.
It's much more macho man.
It's
in
my.
this.
It's, oh, he's dead.
now
He
we're back.
has literally less than nothing to lose.
Yeah. So,
It's all ego.
Korgoth is on the thing, and fucking Talon is shape-shifting, and Sid is moving across the room, and we've got Halidor hiding high as fuck underneath a salt bed. It is now the monster's turn. I think he's gonna try and like grab behind him, just like react to this.
Sure.
So he has to roll really well to like kind of break this plane. Let's do it. He rolls to. Oh shit! I don't roll. You roll.
Oh,
Roll to defend as Korgoth.
do I add anything?
Yeah, it'd be agility.
Agility. Oh, wrong character sheet. 16.
Yeah, okay, 16. He gets his hand on you, but he can't like get a hold. So yeah, you're still on him.
You can't manhandle the Korgoth, brother.
And it goes back to your guys' turn. I'm gonna say for the spirits in the room, they're starting to all walk from the sides slowly and like start to
Converge
surround
on him,
on this
yeah.
thing. Meanwhile, I just have this like image of like this like bone like raven fucking skull thing like convulsing as it completes its transformation.
Just not doing anything.
What, you?
No, him.
No, he's gonna do some shit right now, I have imagined.
I hope so. Can't be the only one.
And then now it is your guys' turn, so you guys tell me who wants to go first and do what.
Well,
I think Jon should go.
I don't have any. I did my thing. You need to
Yeah.
get to this emerald. So
Yeah. I'm imagining I'm reaching it.
Yeah, you're there. You can scoop it up off the ground now.
Great. So I'm grabbing that and I'm going to Lucifer's levitation scroll.
Nice.
I'm gonna hover and try and jam this thing back in this fucker's eyes.
All right, so the hover will happen this turn, but the jamming will happen next turn, probably.
That's fine. I'll hover and then jam.
Okay. Welcome to the jam.
I don't really know what else I can do in this moment. It's distracted. Essentially.
Yeah, it's trying to get Korgoth off its back right now. It doesn't
Okay.
know that's what's happening. But
I'm gonna pull out the well, hang on. The where's my sacred hook? So the description of my hook or crook, sorry. It's head a hook of human bone inscribed with overlapping anti-prayers. This crook hooks through other worlds. Staff does 2d4 damage except to faithless humans. I think I might.
whoa, that's cool.
Yeah, is there any way I can hand this to Korgoth through this plane
Sure.
in some way? Using the anti-prayers, maybe?
Yeah, let's do
Like, do a prayer and then throw it into this between worlds.
I want you to do a presence check then.
Okay.
That's what I want you to do.
That just seems a cool thing to do. 16.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you beat a 14, because you're tripping.
Right, yeah.
So yeah. So you just toss this thing and it like
Well, I do. I just, like, under my breath, wicked things of the night. Be more, and I throw it, and like it like breaks some invisible barrier as it flings through the air.
Yeah.
Like it would disappear to John
yeah. Wow.
and appear. I mean, maybe Korgoth has to grab it, but
Just hits him in the fucking head.
But we need to do your spell.
Yeah. What do I need to roll for this?
We need to do you need to roll you have to beat a DR12 presence check.
Is that just a hover?
Yep.
I did not.
So you take D2 damage and you can't cast spells for an hour.
Great.
So roll any like a D4.
oh wait, can I use an omen?
You can.
Yeah, I'll use an omen to have him re-roll that.
Okay.
There you go. Do another D20 roll. Watch him fail again.
16 plus 2.
Okay.
Nice.
So
You are one of my wicked things as well.
You have begun to hover.
Hell yeah.
That is very cool. It's like kind of like, in my mind, I imagine you can get like 10 feet up in the air if you wanted to like raise, like levitate essentially. Kind of up to you. Tyler, what do you do?
So I want to. So my nose explodes. And this massive beak, this bone skull raven beak, smashes through, and I finish my transformation. The first three words under my bone skull raven description is fast and flying.
Fast as fuck.
Yeah, fast as fuck,
boy.
fast and flying, which I think it makes my defense higher, but I want to use that if I can to fly fast over to John, to Sid, and instead of using any attacks, I can make 2 attacks per round with your claws. I want to hook him and like pull him faster as he's hovering. And
I can't see him, right?
Yeah,
Just like, what?
We're going to do some things to make you perceive him though. So,
okay.
Okay, yes,
Like,
I like
what
this a lot.
the fuck?
I pretty much want to like as fast like I want to slam him with the jewel into this thing's face and like get
So what I need John to do
'Kay.
is roll a presence check.
Okay.
To feel his presence.
That's 11.
Okay, I was hoping for a 12. Would you like to use an omen?
I can use an omen. Here we go. That's a 17.
That's a 17, baby. Okay, you can in fact interact with Tyler's incorporeal form.
Great.
you
So-
hear oika buddy.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so you're like now hearing like a voice like piercing the veil. That's what we're talking about
Yes.
here. And you know who it is, even though he's laying dead on the floor in front of you.
Yeah.
Like kind of literally like sliced in half from this fucking like golem scimitar like being brought down on him.
This is bizarre.
But you feel
You just have to go with it.
you feel yourself being propelled forward now. This is correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slamming speed.
It's slamming speed. I say let's resolve this. Let's do it. I want Tyler. So describe me how you're pushing him.
So I feel like I flew over to him and like hooked his, I don't know, robe or whatever you're wearing with like my claws, and I'm literally like pulling him through, like dragging him through midair.
Great. So just give me a strength roll.
Okay.
No.
You still have an omen.
Yeah, I do. I'll use an omen to re-roll that because that was a natural 1, folks.
We don't want that.
16 plus 2,
Yeah.
18.
Look at that.
We're getting through it.
I believe we're out of omens now.
No, he still's
I
got
have
one.
one.
Oh, you have one left. Okay.
All right.
So yeah, describe what happens here.
Well, I'm pulling him. I'm pulling Sid in midair
Yep.
towards the statue. So Kyle, I get 2 attacks. It says make 2 attacks per round with your claws, and it also says your bony scalp. acts as a weapon and a shield.
Sick.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
whoa.
kind of want to use, like, if I can, one claw attack to hook him and pull him,
Okay.
and then another attack to like smash my head into this thing,
Yeah.
while I'm like bringing you forward
To
with
like
the emerald.
open him up for the insertion.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. And it makes sense because you are fast. This is why you're getting the second attack. So, all right, man.
Hey, what's going on with my crook, by the way?
What do you mean? Oh, yeah. So it pierced the veil, and Korgoth's on his back. I don't know. In my mind, I just assumed that he's taking it and holding it like against his neck, like holding it back or
Oh,
something.
okay. Yeah, that works for me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've passed a crook through the veil. Tyler is interacting with Jon through the veil, which you still can't see him. You can just sense the presence. So this is all fucking very crazy looking for you and feeling, I'm imagining.
What in the fuck is all of this?
This spell's pretty powerful.
It's like that roller coaster that you like are just dangling from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, Tyler, I need you just to successfully skull bash this thing to lower the DR to make Jon's insertion easier. That sounds brutal.
Great.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. To make the insertion of the gem easier, I need you to give me a strength roll.
Great. That
Actually-
sounds good.
Yeah, strength's fine.
Okay. Well, so Bony Scalp is a D6. Or I guess I still have to roll this first, right?
You have to hit, and then we'll do the damage.
17 plus 2, 18. 19. I can't do math. 19.
Yep, you got it. So as you're pulling Jon, before Jon gets there, before Sid gets there, sorry, I keep using your human names, your skull hits him to turn his body. Roll damage really quick.
Okay, and then as I'm headbutting this thing, Sid hears, "Oi, Emerald."
Yeah.
Oh, 1.
Cool. You do 1 damage
Okay.
to his body, which is almost negligible at this point. Because it's all coming down to this die roll Jon's about to make right now for his boy Sid to insert this gem. Give me this can be agility for skillfulness here.
And does the crook and Korgoth using the crook help us in any way?
That's
here?
already lowering the DC.
Got it, cool.
As it is, yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool.
DR, sorry.
That's an 11.
It was DR10. Good yob. So as you're rapidly speeding towards this thing, and you shove the emerald in, the thing literally stops dead in the middle of the motion it was in. It just is now frozen again, still with that same smiling, gaunt face, still covered in Korgoth's mortal blood. But now this encounter is complete, and the spirits are still in the room. They're all now standing in like a circle around you all, just
like,
standing,
okay, what do we do?
standing blankly or staring blankly. And so, Haldor, you have the floor.
I pull myself. I didn't describe, but he is a little portly. He's got real spindly arms and a large round midsection.
Did not expect that.
So I pull him. He pulls himself out from under the table and dusts himself off, looks around, and well, thank you, all of my fiendish friends. You've assisted us in this day of battle, and we will never forget your sacrifice. My friends, Talon, Korgoth, thank you. It is a sadness that you are not on this mortal plane any longer, but I'm sure...
Oh, you've always been so verbose.
And Sid, you're kind of hearing Talon's voice kind of pierce, like echoey in the room.
The fuck is happening?
It is okay, my friend. The rest of you may depart from this middle area, this middle life, and what's the place that they all go to die?
The Shimmering Fields.
You may all enter now the Shimmering Fields.
Oi.
I think a lot of them do choose to immediately just like nod and like fade away. What does Korgoth do?
Korgoth I don't know that he does much. He just goes, yeah, okay. And he disappears.
At this point, Sid, are you aware? Like, what do you thinking's happening in this situation right now?
And they thought I was crazy for talking to the flies.
Oh, you were talking to flies. It's incredible.
Yeah, maybe we can swap stories at some point, but I kind of get the gist. I kind of understand.
Okay.
You hear Sid hears. Obviously, you hear this as well, Haldor. You hear, "Oi, tell Spiegel I fucking hate him."
We will.
as I disappear into the ether.
We always shared a hate for Spiegel, Talon and I.
Yeah, and Talon's going to Shimmering Fields.
Cool.
How much of the sand stuff is it left in this? Like, how big is the container?
Dude, you barely used any of it.
Hell yeah,
but
man.
it does have a cooldown, so
Sure.
But yeah, like if this character were to do something later on, this would go with you. This is like a lot of this shit.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I safely place that in my little rucksack.
Sure. Yeah. Cool. And you guys are once again alone in this room. Just the two of you. And now you have two bodies. Is there any like loot you guys want to take from the now available Korgoth body and the half split Talon body?
Well, what kind of weaponry did you have?
Talon had the hammer.
Oh, okay.
In the femur.
The cross hammer, or whatever.
Coffin hammer.
Coffin
Yes,
hammer.
thank you. I was trying to think of that word.
That's definitely my shit. I want the coffin hammer.
That's not shit.
Yeah.
And then I have a bear trap and the femur staff.
I have a femur. Although, is his femur staff any better than my normal
It's still
femur?
a D4. It's the same as the coffin hammer, actually.
Maybe
It's
I'll
just flavor at this point.
Yeah, maybe I'll swap them out as favor, as like this will live on with me in his memory, in Talon's memory. I will take and wield his father's femur.
It's weird. It's weird what you're doing.
It's not weird. I'm a terrible priest.
Yeah, I understand that.
I'm a godless man.
Yeah, I know. I highly recommend taking the bear trap.
Yeah, I mean, can I fit anything else in the 7 normal sized items in my backpack?
Oh, Talon.
Yeah, you could.
2.
Talon had. Nope, that's
5.
not Talon. Never mind.
Yeah, I can put a bear trap in there. I have like 2 spaces
it.
left.
Better-
Toss it in the bag.
Yeah.
Better. You like, go put your hand in the reach for something. And
Oh God!
Better to have it and not need it. And need it and not have it.
I think it's a good idea to take it as well.
Yeah. Cool. I take that. And then I don't. Should we do one last presence check to see if there's anything else in this room? I mean, it feels like we're in a dead end. Like I don't even know how we would get out.
There's a curtain on the back wall.
Oh, I
there
forgot
is.
about the curtain.
Yeah, there's a curtain on the back wall. It goes all the way up to the ceiling.
Great.
Oh, and then I assume my crook reformed after Korgoth disappeared.
Yeah, it like kind of falls to the ground out of
Thin air.
Yeah, it was like being held at a certain height, and you see like a spark of light as it like re-enters and falls.
Cool. Well, I definitely want to use my shepherd's crook to, from a safe distance this time,
Okay.
pull the curtain back.
Sure. Not get killed by a falling statue.
Haldor's not Korgoth here, guys.
Sure. You actually, it's not even a door. It's just a doorway, it's identical to the one that you passed through already to enter this room. It is, once again, 12 feet tall, about 6 feet wide, and it leads into darkness.
Is there anything else in this room that we can make fire with?
Make fire with.
Well, aren't there torches?
Yeah, there's
There's
torches.
there's torches on the wall.
Yeah,
There's two.
we should
Let's take
grab
some
torches.
torches.
Okay.
And head down.
Cool. So you guys each grab a torch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We will do that. We will just press on. As you exit the room, you find yourself in another long tunnel that slopes even further downward before again hooking to the right. The smell of smoke is quite strong and is immediately felt. Like you're almost like, I'm not struggling to breathe, but like you can feel it kind of starting to tickle your throats as you're in here. Unlike the ground of the previous room and of the valley above, the floor of this tunnel is now laid with very intentional stone patterns. So you're just like walking with like, and your light's like illuminating, like you're starting to see like actually like good stonework, like thoughtful stonework being done, as opposed to looking like a mine. Like a second thought, it's starting to look a little more ornate. if things weren't so decrepit and musty, you might say that it looked quite nice. This tunnel is roughly 15 feet tall, as I've already mentioned. 12 feet, I think I've been saying. 12 to 15 feet tall. And as you're starting to like get further in, you start seeing like these like grim paintings starting to like appear on the wall and like cover it from floor to ceiling.
That reminds me. Sorry,
Yeah.
Korgoth's painting.
Oh yeah.
Is
Did you
there?
take it?
It would. Can we say I did?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I just remember I forgot that he had that
Would your
on him.
character, would Haldor like...
Well, yeah. That's what I was gonna ask. Like, do any of these paintings or the stonework? Being a priest he's from Galgenbeck near the Cathedral of the Two-Headed Basilisk.
Mm-hmm.
Does any of this look familiar or familiar? Stonework or art style.
So far as you're looking at it, you're not seeing anything that matches exactly. What you are seeing is themes. And I'll kind of give you like the gist of what you're seeing, like the paintings. Like it's like the kind of walls that were painted a while ago and has now started to fade, and like the cracks in the stone are like kind of coming through.
The veneer is like come off.
So you're like looking up and down, and then you see it arcs all the way like across, like something very tall, or like use of ladders had to be used here to like paint this entire fucking thing. But it's like photos of like men strapped down, photos of like a group of like robed men like bowing before a giant flame, various like paintings of like carving tools being like honored as like religious, like almost like a religious honoring. Just fire in general, smiling cadavers, like all this like kind of horrible fucking imagery.
I've always really enjoyed this style of art.
Yeah, you freak.
It feels like some wild Hieronymus Bosch stuff.
Yeah.
Giants eating their babies.
Yeah, and like Humpty Dumpty. Like,
Yep.
yeah.
What is it? Jupiter eating his son?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So-
it's
That's somebody
doesn't
else.
matter. Yeah.
So as you're traveling down the hall, your light is casting its way down. You're still walking on a downward slant, and you stop in your tracks because there is in the middle of the hallway is, from the ceiling you see like a rope that's suspended. It is hanging a man by his ankles vertically, and he's just hanging there unconscious from the ceiling.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
So that has obstructed your path at this point in time.
Do we see where the rope leads to?
Yeah, you can cast enough light up there to see that it's like into like a stony looking or possibly rusted metal eye hook kind of born into the
So it doesn't lead back down?
No, it's just like straight up into the ceiling. Something like it's like hung, like the end of the rope is like hung on a hook up there basically.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I shoot it down with my crossbow?
Yes, the person that's hanging there would fall.
How many feet?
To their death?
You know what? They're probably only out of your grasp by like a few feet, actually. So, if you guys want to try to shoot it down,
Is there anything in the room, like a table or
No, it's like-
or a
it's
nice comfy
sheer-
couch that
No,
we
no,
can
no.
push under him?
no room. It's like you're on like a walkway down. Body's hung. It's like a straight up. There's like nothing to even climb on the sides. It's just this guy is hung here.
I mean, if you want to try and shoot it, I guess I'll break his fall.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, I guess.
Fuck, go for it. Go. Yes, you should try this. I'm sure my tiny little spindly arms will
Well,
be
you're
able to...
quite a big cushion, so.
Oh, I'll lay down underneath him.
That's 10? No, that's an 8.
That's an 8. You shoot the body.
Oh,
Shit!
Roll damage was a D8.
shit, Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's not. 4.
Cool.
Damn.
You know if it was alive before this?
How many HP does Spiegel have?
He's still alive.
Okay. I have one omen left. I will use it if it's not too late.
We can figure out a way around this. There's got to be a better way.
Fucking hell.
Can we retcon anything right now?
Yeah, we can retcon some shit.
Okay.
I was mostly just trolling you guys. I don't think John actually hits his body.
Okay.
Can I miss to the left?
Just imagine he was
Then you just hit another guy.
he's hanging there naked and his butt's aiming at you and like the arrow just sticks into his butt cheek.
God. I think I know that whimper.
No, I mean, honestly, I think before you even shot, you'd recognize that it's potentially another one of your guys. You might try to wake him.
Got it.
I'll use my crook and like poke him.
You can. You're close enough to do so.
Yeah, that makes the most sense. Just jab at him.
Are you alive up there?
As you're as Haldor's poking Spiegel, you hear like further down the corridor like the sound of a screeching owl and flapping wings. And an owl flies like in front of me to kind of like protect me a little bit, and then recognizes these guys and then stops. And yeah, and then
What's your owl's? Does it have a name, the owl? Just owl or
Behringer.
Behringer. Okay.
Cool.
I would recognize this owl then probably.
Yeah, you guys
for
all
sure.
Yeah, you guys were all.
It was
Oh, look, it's Owl.
Oh, look, yeah, it is Derringer. I love this owl named Derringer that I've known for such a long time.
the hanging body stirs. God, Haldor, how many times do I have to tell you? His name is Behringer.
Yes, but I've renamed him. That is what I call him
I
now.
always just called him Owl.
Yeah, see, he has his own name for the owl as well.
Oh,
You can't be mad at just me for giving your owl another name.
Hey, Spiegel, Talon says to go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
just hanging upside down.
oh, Talon was here. Is he okay? I missed that
Yes,
guy.
No, he's fucking dead.
He died trying to find, well, not really you, literally anyone but you.
Yeah. And his last words were to go fuck yourself.
He's so funny. We're such good pals. Well, we were good pals, I think.
You weren't.
Can one of you guys help me down, please?
I quietly whisper. Do we really have to, or
I don't.
You guys are so funny. Stop. Come on,
like
just
him.
help me down.
Slowly rotating.
Exactly. Exactly. It's
Listen.
Han Solo and Chewie, and then stuck in Han.
Look,
Yeah.
Yes.
look.
Sid, it's like that thing when you go into the jungle, and if you find you run into a jungle cat or a monster, it's always good to have one friend that you can push forward while you step back. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah. You gotta outrun your friends, not outrun the tiger.
Exactly.
Excellent.
Exactly.
There's a tiger in
we'll
here?
cut you down.
Shh, you didn't hear any of that.
We'll cut you down.
Did I hear you guys say there's a tiger in here?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
I use my hook to just like, he's upside down, so to like hook over his arm, like shoulder, and just try and yank. Yank.
Okay.
I don't see any other way of getting him down unless you want to try and shoot him again.
Please don't.
I was like, I can't believe I'm going to kill him with Tyler's gun. Right away. No, I think through the sheer force of ingenuity, I imagine like a cool montage of you guys like climbing against the wall. Bam, bam, like the fucking,
doing that
John Cena
thing where
music's
you're on a
playing.
wall.
Yeah. And you guys eventually are able to get him down safely. Tyler, I have.
Is he naked also, by the way?
I have Spiegel wearing in my mind like a thin cloth pant with like a kind of like a tied waist, but he is missing also a lot of his skin from his.
Why did they keep your clothes on but not mine? I'm confused about that part.
Oh, it's because I have a tiny penis.
Yeah, you got,
No, your clothes were off too, dude.
you got that
No,
monster
I was
dog.
naked.
Oh yeah. Oh,
He had pants.
I have pants on.
I see.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying the opposite.
They had to see that monster
Everyone wanted
dog.
to see
Yeah.
that loose cannon.
Come on, everybody
now
knows
I'm
that you
feeling-
have a monster dong. It's all over the Undead Valley or
I'm-
whatever this place is called.
I'm starting to feel a little self-conscious, which is really strange for a man with such a giant hog. Yes, my penis makes that sound.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
What equipment is your character supposed to have?
I'm supposed to have a water skin and 1 day's worth of food, short sword, fur armor, sack for 10 normal sized items.
So fur is like leather, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's fine. We can just be like, oh wait, we picked it up off the body.
I also have a meat cleaver.
Cool.
Which, given the nature of this place, I think at some point I was like trying to survive in here and found a meat cleaver, and that was like the last thing I.
That's why you had that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say that just it was one of the something like there was tools in the room that were picked up. And you're like recognizing and go, give me that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And you have powers, yes.
So I've got.
Just give me a presence check plus. Hold on a second. I want to see how many times you can cast per day.
Okay. Well, I only have one scroll.
Roll a d4 and then add your presence modifier to it.
Oh, great! 4 plus 3.
Cool. You can cast your one scroll 7 times.
Shit.
All right.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Well, let me describe this scroll, fellas.
I think you
Is it-
shouldn't.
Okay, I won't.
I think because I know what it is.
Yeah.
And I think
Be a lot cooler if you didn't.
Okay, and then the other thing I've got going on here. Okay, so Spiegel is described as being he has ambient stupidity and
Fuck, dude, we're all gonna die.
Not another one.
and bright lights cause your hypersensitive mental tissues to inflame.
Oh, buddy.
So you
Jesus,
remember
you're just an exposed nerve?
pretty much I like to think of Spiegel as like a poor buddy. Just like
Aw,
but
buddy.
he is like the
Oh, man.
most naive, sweet, kind-hearted.
The worst person to be teamed up with somebody like Haldor, dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
totally.
fucked.
Like he did legit think that he and Talon were buddies, like
Yeah.
good friends. Obviously they weren't. Okay, so some other stuff.
Which is funny because you wrote that into both of their backstories. Yep. I love that.
A little more stuff. The road, an unreasoning maze. Every temple. So I don't need to read any of this. Okay, some other stuff. Dream theory. Ochre tablet is something I have as a forlorn philosopher, which is what I am. Dream theory. Ochre tablet. The target begins to doubt it is real.
ooh, that's cool.
Attacking and defending against it is minus 2 DR, plus 2 DR for affected PCs.
That's very cool. Also,
Whoa.
you have a thing you haven't used yet too for your character.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Boys.
And then I got this owl. The owl does stuff too, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But you guys fill him in on like what you guys are doing, why you guys are down here in the first place. You're the lone surviving guy so far.
Yeah, look, we're looking for a bunch of other fuckers that got caught off from our last little party. I don't know how you got Horgoth. Horgoth, what is your name?
Haldor.
Horgoth and Horgoth.
Honestly, though, it's a pretty good name.
All right, Jonathan.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't know either. The last I remember was traipsing, as I want to do, and all of a sudden I woke up naked with pieces of my flesh missing in this honestly pretty cozy little place down here. I plan on doing some desecrating if we have some time.
So the situation, while this is a somewhat of a reunion, is also you're reminded of like, holy shit, like we are very underground right now. We are finding some very fucking gnarly paintings on the walls here depicting some pretty horrible atrocities to men.
Or beautiful, depending on.
Yeah, I guess it's the eye of the beholder.
No kink shaming here.
and you press on. You make it down another little angle of this thing, and you kind of feel. It was Talon, who's now dead, who was the kind of the huntery kind of guy.
Well,
Before we get too far, too, I know that. Is there a way that we could have like rested? I know it says something like 6 hours or something.
Yeah,
to get our omens back.
For this particular venture, I should have said this up front. There was going to be no resting. Basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to check.
Yeah. Yes.
I can send Barrett, my owl,
Owl.
ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want him to do?
Well, here, I'll read a description. This philosophical beast is a bitter, reluctant, and hypersensitive assistant, persuaded with a DR12 presence test. After 2 acts of aid, it regards you with mute contempt.
Okay, so you get to use it twice.
Yeah. It can fetch small items, attack enemies, and find traps. By night, the owl delivers understanding of what you should have done today in dreams. Fuck.
Jesus. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can send him ahead if you'd like. You guys are basically what I was saying is you guys are walking down, you reach another right turn, and it's all still very painted, and you're about to slope back down again.
Okay, we got torches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yours is good.
Which, yeah, the torches are hurting my eyes.
Do you want to walk in front of us?
Yeah, I'll walk in front.
Yeah, yes,
don't-
you should definitely walk in front.
Go ahead. Go on in front of us. Yes.
Eagle.
And Spiegel, of course, goes ahead. He's just happy to be here.
I
really.
give him one
Great.
of my sharp, one of my 6 small sharp stones as a reward. Yes,
I'm like, oh, Korgath would have loved this.
it's
eat
my
it.
favorite stone.
As you're walking, you actually see more hooks where more people could be hung, like Spiegel was. And they're at the very top of the ceiling. Like they're up 12, 15 feet. So that's where you're at. But as you're walking down these hallways, once again with the fucking paintings on the walls, you eventually you're obstructed again in your path by a tapestry that is hanging from the ceiling. It looks rather ornate. Which one of you guys are literate?
Definitely Spiegel.
Yeah.
Spiegel, I mean, he's a
I
forlorn
can
philosopher. He
definitely read.
You're
reads a
also the
lot.
guy who's in front.
Yeah, that's
So here's what the tapestry reads. If you could please read it out loud to everybody here.
The finery of flesh is most enjoyed. Oh, hold on. The finery of flesh is most enjoyed, as it generously and graciously fills our lungs to the brim. Praise be to the humble skin that is given, so that we may enjoy our remaining days beneath this God-forsaken wasteland. Huh, whoever wrote this might be a pretty nice guy.
I don't. Oh my god. It's because they want to skin people.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Is it?
I looked down at my skinned
mixed
body.
messages.
I'm sorry. If you both want to just examine yourselves for a quick minute,
You guys are both missing a shitload of flesh.
Yeah,
I'm not sure there's many lines to read between there.
Haldor, I'm starting to think he's got a point.
On second look, yes, I think that yes, they want to just.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
I'll check behind the tapestry.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, it's just up, but you can walk underneath it. It's
Oh, okay.
just hanging there. It's just that like a
Like a
Something-
flag, like
a
a
ceremonial looking flag that reads this custom made clearly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What is that for imprint? I did great.
Yeah, I mean, I think Spiegel, naive and ambiently stupid as he is, just keeps going forward.
Cool.
Is there? Can I do a presence in this room that we're in?
Still just like hallway, but
just
yeah,
a hallway.
definitely.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I'll still do
Whatever
it.
you want to do.
Good hallway.
Good hallway. Great for traipsing. 9.
Yeah, you're not getting much else other than the smoke smell is increasing.
Okay.
Cool.
Starting to feel a little more oddly equally damp as it is dry. Hard to describe, but like there's something that is
It's a damp heat.
yeah.
My allergies are really starting to kick up.
But you are
What are you allergic to? Death?
Sure.
Light.
That, yeah. Okay.
Living.
shortly after the tapestry, if you keep moving, you do come to a very tall door, and on this door is a skeleton that's been
Taldor. My brother.
Haldor.
Hello, brother.
There's a skeleton imprinted into the door, and as you approach, its eyes open and its head moves kind of free.
Fuck.
And it's just like, cherished guests, we were not expecting your early arrival. Please forgive our lack of hospitality.
That's okay.
Why does everything have to come alive in this fucking hole?
Please present the invitation, and I shall grant you access to the Grand Lounge, where our exalted host will entertain you.
Is that like some sort of VIP room? What do we got?
You have come upon the back door to this establishment, which is very odd.
The back door.
Please present the invitation.
I pull out the painting of the thing that Korgoth found. I wasn't here when this was found, but I assume it looks like the guy. I examined this earlier, and is this it?
Yes.
It's just you. It seems a bit strange.
It's a painting of me.
Did you do it? Can you do
If
it?
I did do it, would you say it was good?
Yes.
Admission granted. He's like an aspiring artist.
Trapped in a wall.
Stuck to this door.
Thanks, bud.
What, do you have a name? And
Yes.
Look, we're in. Come on. Don't bother the skeleton.
As the doors slowly open, he's like, no one ever really asked me that. And it's like keeps going.
Yeah,
keeps
my
going.
name is.
Yeah, and he goes out of sight. He's like, I often wonder what it'd be like to talk to somebody at length. And he goes away around the corner.
well, I can't say that I didn't try.
Okay.
What does this hallway look like?
It's not a hallway. Okay. What you see is as the door cracked open. I know you guys have torches, but there's such a bright light from inside.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
He's excitable, isn't he?
if they didn't know we were here, they do now.
So
Who fucking brought this kid? We should have left him hanging.
light comes billowing in to the point where like almost renders your torches useless, because the first thing you see is a massive fucking flaming like pyre like in the middle of the room. This room appears to be kind of like egg-shaped, kind of like it's circular at the base, but then like it billows out and then kind of cones up at the top, you know?
Sort of like a retro modern feel to the interior design.
Sure. Everything's been so like fucking straight walls, block
Right.
boxy. This opens up into something that is thought out and nice. You guys know like where the Republic senators meet and everything in the trilogy, the prequels?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like with all like the chairs and stuff everywhere. Imagine that like about halfway up the room, about like, I don't know, 75 feet up, there's all these suspended platforms that are kind of placed kind of almost at random, but each one has like an extremely lavish sofa on it, and upon them is amassed.
There's that sofa that we needed earlier.
Yeah, so you need the sofa to
We
get some people
did,
down.
yeah.
Like a nice cushion or a chair or a sofa, and each one of these individual things, almost every single one of them has some sort of person or two people sharing the space of the individual decks, I'll call them, and they're all wearing some sort of robe, and their faces are obscured. And they're all up on the edge of this room, like the top of the cone of this egg-shaped room overlooking this giant flame in the center. This is all, I know I have to describe so much in this room. This is all happening. You're just taking this all in at the moment. The fire itself, eventually the light of the fire dies and it turns into black smoke, and it is rising up to a massive bored out hole in the ceiling. But before about halfway up, right where about 20 feet past where the flame ends and the smoke begins, there's this like metal contraption that is like encircling the smoke. And then from that, there's a bunch of like what look like hoses coming out of the smoke that are feeding up to each one of the decks around the room. And as you look, you're seeing folks. There's like smoke plumes coming from people up there as if they're smoking from these hoses, taking of this smoke, of this flame. Immediately, as you step in, you start hearing screams directed at you, because there are lots of folks, probably about eight folks, I'll say, not lots, 8 folks, also missing.
Folks. Just some folksy people.
Genderless people, depending on your backup characters, I'm not sure. Next to the fire, and they're like being exposed, almost like pre-warmed, let's say. And they are chained together, and they are screaming at you to help them.
Cool.
I'm screaming at them to help me because the light is making my mental tissues
Sensitive mental
inflame.
tissues.
Excuse me, folks. Excuse me.
Snapping at them.
Do any of you perchance have any sort of visor or sunglasses?
Ray-Bans.
Ray-Bans, those fast sunglasses. You can lend our friend.
I think Derringer or Behringer, the owl, maybe flies over to me and like drops like a tattered piece of cloth.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it sits on your head and covers your face with its wing.
I like that way more. He just literally, yeah.
Just a living visor.
And I put on a blindfold,
Okay, yeah.
and we can figure out how to deal with that.
Yeah, so basically the owl has brought you a cloth that you're tying so that you're looking through it.
Like cheesecloth, maybe, or something like
Yeah,
that.
so I think my vision will inherently be hindered to a degree, but it's allowing me to see.
Yes, like a Dark Souls pyromancer. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So where are these 8 folks again?
Okay, so
Are they on the ground level with us?
they're so this room is I didn't even really finish describing it. There's every piece of the wall is covered in some sort of lavish fucking rug or drape. It's like all this assorted stuff almost looks like it's been decorated by lots of people, like as if they're maybe gifts that are now hung up on this wall. Lots of like strings of beads, lots of like gold railings, like really lavish but haphazardly put together room. So yeah, it's just all, and everyone in front of you is down on this like floor. It's almost like it's not a stage, but it's like the focal point of the room where the flame is.
Right.
They're probably about 15, 20 feet away from where the fire is burning and causing this smoke plume to begin with. But as they're all yelling at you, you hear a rather deep voice from that's currently obscured. Like the source of it is obscured to you because it is behind the flame. It says,
"Come now, flesh. This is no way to treat our honored guests."
this fucking 12-foot giant just steps out from behind the flame, and like as you hear like the footsteps of him are actually like not like shaking the place, but you can tell he has some heft as he steps out from behind the flame, and he just walks over to one of the people that is screaming and plucks them off of the like chain gang kind of like metal thing that they're in, like leaving their foot, and just goes,
"Let us warm their fire for them."
and then like tosses the body into the fire, and everyone above starts cheering and clapping and starts taking like tokes of the hoses that they're all attached to up there.
So this is human hookah.
They're getting high on,
as if you will.
they're getting high on our supply.
Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
very much so.
Cool.
And then he's just takes a look at you guys and just laughs.
So we should probably go. Yes.
No, you finally have made it.
And who might you be?
I am the one.
The one?
The one they call the Corpsesmoker.
Oh. That sounds fun.
Seems like you guys got a lot in common. I don't know.
I've never smoked a corpse. But, hey, you know, I'm still here. You can always try something new.
He's like standing there kind of impatiently, like his eyes darting back and forth, like,
Are you not bothered by my imposing figure?
We just,
Have you ever tried eating a toe?
you know, I have not, but I have heard that Korgoth did accidentally find one time. He told me that story. Riveting.
this is yet another specimen of flesh who is very leathery skinned as well, as he clearly stands next to this burning thing every day.
The Corpsesmoker.
The Corpsesmoker himself is 12 foot tall, actually pretty fucking beefy, but still kind of like oddly, his limbs are oddly long. He has some hair left, kind of like I was describing Hilda's hair earlier, but it is very stringy. He has a very low hanging jaw that kind of protrudes widely, and like very few teeth left. but he is saying,
We have sourced this meat for this very special occasion.
and looks at you and is like,
While we were not able to procure you,
and he looks directly at you specifically, Sid. He's like,
we are glad that you were finally able to join us.
from this, you can maybe ascertain that he had an eye on your labor camp to begin with, and that literally everyone by the fire is the remainder of your company.
Well, shit.
Spiegel goes, drugs are bad.
But everyone up
Sweet,
top
sweet
is just
child.
God, I fucking
happily
hate
toking
this guy.
away at this fresh body that was thrown on the fire.
Okay.
Taking of his flesh, it filling the lungs.
Can I? How far away are we from this guy?
Probably about 50, 75 feet.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay. I just kind of I just start to traipse towards him. I think that's what I want to do. Just casually, not threatening.
Okay. And he's like,
You willingly join us. Would you like to partake of the flesh?
I would. Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Let's do this, man.
This is very odd.
Why? You invited us here, and I mean, it's rude to not partake.
Well, you are the ones that were supposed to be smoked.
Well, you can still do that if you want to, but I'd like to see what it's all about first.
Okay.
and I think,
I'm preparing. I in my bag I have lard, and I have this torch.
okay.
So my plan is when I get in range, I'm gonna huck this lard on fire at him.
Okay. So he is
Light it and then, huck it. Actually, hang on. Okay, this makes more sense. In the sackcloth bag, lard is in the bag.
Okay.
To control it. Lard in the bag on fire, so it's not just gooey on my hand.
he's
Light myself on fire.
He's laughing because I think he knows what the outcome. He knows what he thinks the outcome of this is going to be. Not that you're going to do that, but like he's like, okay, I'll fucking play with.
Oh yeah, I'm lying to him for sure.
No, I don't think he thinks you're lying. I think he. For him, he doesn't care if you're lying or not.
I see.
But but right now it's like a play with your food kind of moment. So he literally snatches a hose from someone up higher and brings it down to you and says,
Smoke of this hose. Taste the flesh.
and then gives you the hose and.
Become one of us.
Okay.
So now he's like kneeled down before you. I imagine you guys are still by the
he's
front
kneeled
door.
down now.
Well, now he's coming down low to you to hand you the fucking hose.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I pull the sack out. I pretend like I'm gonna go down. I pull the sack out and deftly light it and huck it right in his face.
Okay.
Or eyeball, whatever works best.
Wow.
That's for sure gonna mean roll for initiative.